Hey you guys, it's me Gemstone from www.tarotforhealing.com. I hope you guys are doing really well. This is your monthly astrological reading for the month of April for Capricorn. And I'm going to be starting off with your finances cards, and then I'm going to be moving into your love, relationships, whether you're in a relationship or you're single, and then I'm going to be doing your spiritual cards. Now I'm going to be using the New Age Tarot because this is a deck I was gifted 2 days ago, and I really enjoy this deck, and so I decided to use it for you guys. And I'm going to be pulling 2 cards for your spiritual cards from the Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck. So let's see. The first cards for you are the King of Cups. This is your finances cards, and the Six of Swords. Now what these cards are telling me together, I feel like there's going to be some sort of achievement for you this month. I feel like you'll be satisfied with where you are and the accomplishments that you have made in terms of your work and any financial accomplishments. Because when I look at this king, I just feel like he looks like he's proud of where he is. He looks like he's happy about where he is. The only issue with this card is you can see around him, and that's why I like this deck, because the interpretations on this deck is really unusual and very unique. And it's like it looks like a riot has broken out, and all these people are like fighting like this revolution, and then here you have the authorities coming in to rush in to like stop the rebellion. And the whole time all this is happening, it's like there's a picture of the king, and they're like going for that picture, like they want to vandalize it or something like that. So what these cards, like this card is almost indicating to me, is like you might be in a position where you're happy with where you are. There might be some other people that aren't that pleased about where you are currently right now, and it could be a jealousy thing, or it could be a case of, for some of you guys, you might be in a position of authority in the work that you do, like maybe you are a boss or a manager or something like that, and then you might be dealing with workers that are rebellious because they may be feeling like you should be doing things differently, or they might not agree with the way you're doing things, and then it's like they're being rebellious towards you. But because you're the authority figure, you can handle it as any way you deem fit. And so in this case, like you can see the sort of the police and the like they're rushing in, like getting the protesters, and it's almost like, you know, the king has sent those people in to stop the protest. So it's like you're in the position to sort of call the shots and to say how things are going to go. So it might be a case of you're not going to be intimidated by other people that aren't going to listen to you or aren't going to do what you say, because it's almost like, you know, you're the one in control, and you know you're the one kind of calling the shots here. So it's almost like you won't care what people think of you, or you know, or what they think of the way that you do your job. It's like you're going to be very confident in yourself and your own abilities this month. And the Six of Swords is kind of showing that things are going to be improving for you. So maybe where things have been difficult and challenging, or maybe that scenario was the case before, things might settle down a bit more and they might become a bit better. Maybe again, maybe you do have to sort of really show your authority to these people, and maybe in doing so they might actually have greater respect for you, and then that's how things are going to improve and get better. For those of you that maybe aren't in senior positions, this card also could be indicating again that you are proud of the work that you do, and you're proud that you are a hardworking person. And being that it's the King of Cups card, the King of Cups usually is about doing work that you really value, or doing work where you're helping and supporting other people. And again, it's like knowing that you're doing something of value, and you're doing the best that you can in terms of really providing for that service, and or really providing for others in terms of the service that you provide others. And so with that being said, it's saying that even things will become even better in that respects. This isn't necessarily a card of like accolades and stuff, but the Six of Swords just represents that maybe where things was a bit difficult, it's getting better. It's sort of becoming calmed down. So again, if there's been any upheavals when it comes to your work, it's like saying that April is going to be the time where, okay, there might be still a bit of upheaval in the beginning of the month, but then it might settle down and calm down and sort of diffuse. So yeah, those are those cards. Now we're moving on to those of you that are in relationships. You have the 10 of Cups, and then you have the 7 of Wands. That's another one that keeps on coming back. It's weird. Well, it hasn't. Well, it came back twice. But this one, these card like combinations are saying that it's like the 10 of Cups is almost like when you're in that kind of really great relationship. Things are going really well, your family life is really going good. It's almost like, you know, there's a sense of this fulfillment emotionally in a relationship that you're in. But then it's like the 7 of Wands is like so different, because the 7 of Wands is like when you're at odds with somebody else, when it's like you're being defensive towards somebody else. And so it could be saying again that maybe a relationship where it was like that, where things was kind of looking all peaceful, nice and everything, now there might be some issues, and the two of you might actually kind of be a bit at odds with one another, at odds with your partner. And so now it's like the challenge has kind of set in. But then what this card is saying is that it's okay to stand your ground, but don't stand your ground to the point of being stubborn, or not wanting to listen to your partner, or not really considering where they're coming from. You know, remember, you know, that relationship is about being a team, it's about being a partnership. And it's when this card is coming through, is saying that somebody is sort of being very defensive, and usually is and it's coming from a place of maybe the two of you again are having disagreements, and maybe with these disagreements you're kind of feeling like your partner might be kind of attacking your character in a way, or and then you kind of feel like you have to kind of attack back, like, you know. So it can be one of them arguments where you're not really getting anywhere, because neither side is kind of wanting to back down. And I feel like, you know, when it comes to a relationship, it's sort of like you have to kind of diffuse that whole thing, because it can just turn into something that can just be like one of them really like run long kind of disputes, like one of them disputes that takes much longer to solve than what it really should. And it's not to say that this is a horrible thing. I think in relationships you always have times where you're gonna have disagreements, but it's just saying that you have to kind of be able to come back to that space of the 10 of Cups, where the two of you are going to kind of you're going to work things out. You're going to look at things from a more heart-centered perspective, not from a perspective of just being angry and just venting and stuff, which can come more from that 7 of Wands. It's sort of bringing things back into a peaceful kind of state of mind by saying, okay, yeah, we have this disagreement, but yeah, I really actually do love you. I actually do really care about you and stuff like that. And so let's just kind of let the situation die down, because it, you know, it is a 7 card, and for me 7, you know, it can be a really spiritual number, but as well as it can be, 7 can also reflect the self. So to me sometimes 7 can be a bit of a selfish card. It's like you might be looking at things only from your own perspective and not from the perspective of the other person. So it's saying that that's really important for you to be able to do in order to reach a state of balance as well, because again 7 can be it's not really a number that can divide by 2, so it can kind of be kind of out of balance, whereas 10 is a number that can divide by 2. So it's like you can bring it back into balance if you kind of accept more of that kind of energy of the 10 of Cups versus the 7 of Wands. And so okay, for those of you that are single, it's the 2 of Cups. So you got the 2. I think the you know, the ones in relationships could have done with the 2, but you guys got the 2 of Cups instead, and you got the 4 of Cups as well. So the 2 of Cups with the 4 of Cups can say that there's an opportunity for love that could come to you, but it may not be the love that you're seeking or the love that you desire. Maybe for some of you guys it can mean that just maybe this person just is not right for you, but this person may be very keen on you. The 2 of Cups can represent maybe you guys have been in some kind kind of partnership before, or it could be that you guys are just really friendly with each other, but the Four of Cups is saying that this for you may not be the right time to really enter into a relationship. Maybe you might have your eyes on somebody else, and maybe this person just doesn't really tickle the boxes for you. So again, an opportunity for love might present itself, but unfortunately it just might not be the love that you're wanting in your life at this time. But it's a weird card with the Four of Cups, because it can either say that you're just not really in the frame of mind for it, or it could say that you are in a bit of a you might be just thinking a bit negatively towards love, and maybe that could be another reason why you're kind of rejecting it. So it could be that too. Or it could be even a situation where somebody really does like you, and they might be even making it a bit obvious, but then for some reason you just don't pick up on it. Like maybe you don't pick up on it because again you're just not out looking for love, or you're just not in that mindset, and you're just not seeing the opportunity that is like right in your face. So yeah, so if you are actually wanting love, it's saying love is around, you just have to keep your eyes open. Or it could be a case again like the person may make it blatantly obvious and you know that they like you, but you're just a bit like, nah, not really that interested kind of thing. So yeah. And okay, again you got love cards, so maybe love is actually, or being heart centered, things to do with the heart is actually going to be really important this month for you in April. So this one is the victim card, and this one is the gossip card. So again, it's like it's making me think that maybe you might be the victim of someone else's gossip, somebody else talking about you. It again, being that it's heart centered, it could be somebody that might be even close to you. Again, to me, like when I look at this card, it's saying sort of be wary of people and their intentions, because these cards are really interesting, because there's another card. What is that card? Trickery. There's a card that's trickery, that's called trickery, and this same dragon is in that card, and so is this squirrel. In the trickery card, there's the dragon has the nut, and he's sort of keeping it away from the squirrel, like playing games with the squirrel. But in this victim card, it's almost like now the nut is here, but then he still has sort of an influence because he's standing there, and then so is the squirrel standing there. So it's almost like this time the nut is the victim. Like, who is gonna come for this nut? Is he gonna take it, or is the squirrel gonna take it? It's like either way, whoever gets it isn't gonna be good. This one will take it because he's greedy. This one will take it because he loves to eat nuts. So either way, he's kind of in danger. So it's kind of saying sort of be careful of people that aren't all what they seem, and also be wary about, people that might be around you that know, your business, that might decide to go and tell other people. So if you have anything that is very confidential and stuff, it's saying this might be a month to sort of more keep it to yourself than to let other people in too much, or let them know too much about yourself and your life and so forth, because you might actually find, again, somebody may present themselves as being like a really good friend, but then they might actually be going around telling other people things about you that aren't so nice. So be wary of that. Yeah, wary of people that their intentions may not be all of what it seems, because they might come back to you, that people, and to be honest, it's like maybe other people know this person for being a bit of a gossiper as well. So if you know that there's somebody in your circle that does like to go around doing business, and everyone knows somebody that is a bit like that, I'm sure. So it's always a case of just being sensible with who you say what to, because you can have somebody that is a good friend, and in a way they might not necessarily want to outright hurt you. It just could be a case of maybe they just have a difficulty in just keeping things to themselves. And then maybe they just have a big mouth and they just like to run it. So yeah, again, it might hurt your feelings if, it comes back that, they've said certain things about you. But again, it's kind of saying sort of be careful with who you share what with, because in the end, yeah, it might not turn out pleasant for you. So that's your reading. Take care. Peace and blessings. See you.